Hey, what's up, guys? Dr. Adams here. Today, I want to just give you a short video on some NVivo vocabulary that you'd be familiar with. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. So, one of the things that I'll usually go through and talk through with clients is NVivo vocabulary. It may seem trivial to do so, but you really need to understand the vocabulary of NVivo before, again, you can start coding and analyzing your data or whatever you need to do for your project. You just need to have a solid foundation. The first thing I want to cover is a file. A file is a collective term used for the material used in your research project. Some examples of this can be Word documents. You can use Word documents in your NVivo project. Text files. Some people argue that text files are a little bit more stable than Word documents over time due to the different releases of Microsoft Word. I don't know this to be true. I haven't had any problems with Microsoft Word changing versions or anything like that, so I think you should be fine on that one. You can have PDFs in your NVivo project, but you have to be careful that you have the text recognition on. If text recognition is off in your PDFs, then NVivo will not be able to search or recognize the words. You can import websites and social media using nCapture. Now, what nCapture is an NVivo add-on that you can use to your web browser that allows you to do screen grabs. Of course, you can import images, and as always, you can import audio. And those are just the different types of files that you can use inside of NVivo. The next thing I would like to talk about is, what is a node? That's probably one of the first things that a client of mine may ask me is, what is a node? So a node is used when you code in NVivo. When you code the spoken data, the data is stored in the nodes. You make a node for each topic or concept to be explored. Please note that the data is never copied or moved in NVivo. This can kind of be counterintuitive. So when you actually start coding in NVivo, you highlight passages of your spoken data, and it can kind of make it seem like you copied and pasted into a node, but that's not really what's going on underneath the hood in NVivo. NVivo is just making a reference to your original document. You may also hear a node explained as a bucket in which you store your spoken data. Either one is acceptable. The next thing I want to talk about is a code. A very basic skill in NVivo, but very powerful. It's kind of like when a baby starts to crawl. They got to start crawling to get ready to walk. And so you have to know what a code is in order to successfully navigate through NVivo and successfully complete your research project. A code is a virtual container which allows you to accumulate content across sources to group material together that is related or similar. Coding can be used to gather data so the researcher can identify themes and categories more easily. Now, the whole point of using computer-assisted qualitative data analysis software is so that you can make things more easy. There's nothing wrong with having all your transcripts printed out and having a bunch of highlighters strewn all over the place with some sticky notes and things like that. And for some people, that's how they get down. However you want to quality, that's how you quality. I'm down for it. Just for me, I'm a little OCD, so I can't necessarily have a lot of sticky notes and papers and files and stuff like that on my desk. And that is the whole point in NVivo. It allows you, with you being the focus as a researcher, to organize and store your information more easily. The last thing I want to talk about is a case. What is a case in NVivo? A case is a virtual container that represents your research subjects, or basically your unit of analysis. Now, keep in mind, cases are very powerful in NVivo. If you do not know how to make a case, stay tuned for future videos. But cases are at the forefront of some advanced queries and things that you would more than likely use in any project, but especially in literature reviews. Cases can be powerful. Some examples of cases are people, so your interview participants or your survey respondents if you use a survey in your qual study, or places, such as if you're going to examine different police departments, you can use cases to sort through those. And you can just use people and places or anything, whatever your unit of analysis is in general. I hope you've learned something from this video. It's always a pleasure to share what I know. If you have any further questions or things of that nature, please reach out. My website is all over these slides, so please feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. Thank you.